Hello, Revere, and welcome to our Revere Veterans and Community Show. Today I have a real special guest because he came to us all the way from Morocco. He's been in this country for 20 years. His name is Alexander Rhalimi.
Thank you.
Welcome to America and welcome to Revere.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alexander, before we start the show, you are a lead director with Viridian Energy.
Yes.
Give us a little history about that.
Well, Viridian Energy is a socially sustainable company promoting green energy to Massachusetts and to other states like New York, Connecticut, Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois?
DC, yep, Chicago, Illinois, DC, and other states. And we are just trying to help the environment and help Massachusetts residents how to save money in their energy and go green and sustain the grid.
What are the qualifications to get on that energy thing?
Anyone that's paying an energy bill through NSTAR or National Grid or WMECO in Western Mass are eligible to choose an energy supplier that can save money with, so it's great.
So, in other words, the electric company, like let's say you're a low-income person, do you have to be part of your organization?
You don't have to have a low income.
Oh, it makes no difference?
It makes no difference. Anybody that paying an electric bill either will be a renter or an owner of a house are eligible to choose a third-party supplier now in Massachusetts. This is part of the deregulations that happened back in 1998. So it's part of the regulation that the consumer now has a choice to choose a third-party supplier and save money. Just back in the 90s when we chose our cell phone companies, so anyone can choose any cell phone company based on their services, based on the product that they have. So now it's happening here now with the energy.
So there's no required income at all?
There's no required income. Anybody that pays an electric bill pretty much, either a renter or an owner, can choose a supplier and can save money in their electric bill and can shop around. This is a choice actually, and it's helping the consumers. So.
Right. Now you and I met because we haven't known each other for not too long really, maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. We met at Salem Willows because the East Boston Chamber of Commerce was having a function over there.
An event, yes.
And you're part of the East Boston Chamber?
I'm a member actually of the East Boston Chamber of Commerce, and I support the East Boston Chamber of Commerce about the work that they do in the community. It's a great chamber. Yep.
Right. And tell us about the boat ride you took out on Salem Willows, which was given to the seniors of East Boston Chamber of Commerce. And I want to thank Buddy Mangini and Sherry Raftery because they invited yours truly to be part of that boat ride. So, folks, thank you.
Yes, it was great. I think it was great for all the senior citizens that they out there and meet other friends and family members that they didn't see for a while. So it's a good event actually that they connected there. You know, some people probably they didn't see each other for a few years, and that's a good event that they connected again there. So it was great.
And not only that, the food wasn't bad.
It was good. The ice cream was good.
The ice cream was excellent. You can see I got TB, two bellies.
It, yes.
That's what I mean by TB. Yeah. One belly, two bellies.
Two bellies.
Okay. That's what I... Now, you do a lot for the veterans. Let's hear about that.
What Viridian Energy come up with something great back in January 24th. We come up with the HEROES program. The HEROES program that will integrate and get other vets back recruited to the community so they can contribute to community. So we have a program for them now so they can join Viridian, and they will come in and we give them 250 business cards, and they can educate other consumers to just promote green energy, educate them how they can save money. In the meantime, they can get the residual income coming in every month that will support them and support their families. So the HEROES program actually was offered to either an active or no active vets, so as long as they have the DD-214, so they are eligible. Even their spouses, actually, the spouses are eligible too. So.
Good. Now, Alex, can I call you Alex?
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
Course.
Thank you. tell them how they can contact you if they want to become part of that program. Let them have your telephone number, your email.
They can contact me at 617-312-4755, or they can contact me at the number 1, massenergy@gmail.com.
And that's Monday through Friday?
24/7.
24/7?
24/7.
I feel bad for you because you're not going to get any sleep.
I'm a business person, so you can reach me anytime. So I'm pretty much a leader in my community, so I try to help as many people as I can. So
fantastic. By the way, you came from Morocco just to be on this show, and I got to say that is fantastic. We've had people from Ireland who came to be on this show. We did. Right. We have people from Egypt. We have a gentleman down the street here. I'm sure you know him. His name is Sabir.
Yes, a good friend of mine.
Is he?
Yeah.
He does so much for the city of Revere. He's from the Good Diner.
Yeah, good friend of mine.
Yep. He donates 500 meals plus to the Congregational Church, plus to the senior citizen, plus to the veteran. So these people that come to America, like you, like Sabir, like Zamir, they do nice things for us.
Yes, great.
Now, I know you're married. And you got 2 kids?
2 boys.
2 boys.
Faris
Can I call them? Are they young boys?
Yeah, 2 boys. Faris is 5 years old, and Jed is just turned 3.
3 and 5?
Yeah, 3 and 5. Just turned 3 a few days ago on vacation, so we had a good time.
That's right. You went to Mexico. Tell us a little about that trip.
Well, it was a great trip, and we celebrated actually our second son's birthday there in Mexico. It was a very nice vacation. It was
what city in Mexico?
Good time. We went to Cancun, so.
Cancun.
Good time to take off there. So
they had a little problem not too long ago with the hurricane or tornadoes there.
Yeah, yes. I mean,
was there any damage like Revere?
No, actually, the place we went to was very nice. A very nice environment, so it's nice.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it.
It just.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. What's the third subject we want to talk about?
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the Columbus Day Parade that you have coming on. What's the date on that one?
I think October the 11th or the 12th.
Yep, okay, October 12th.
Yes, and I think...
That's on a Sunday, I believe.
Yes, and it's organized by the East Boston Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Mangini is doing it. So
yeah, he's the one in charge. And that will be held... Where would it start? I think it starts at Suffolk Downs.
Suffolk Downs, I think, yeah.
And do you know where it goes down to?
I think the East Boston Chamber of Commerce will send the calendar and about the event to all the involved. So I'm not exactly aware about the schedule. So I will let the East Boston Chamber of Commerce handle that.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Hold on for a second. So that was the East Boston Chamber of Commerce. By the way, we usually give these to military veterans, but since you are such a good veteran of the community.
Oh, thank you.
See what it says? And community?
Thank you.
And you're a community veteran?
Thank you.
This is from the city of Revere.
Thank you. Thank
you
so
much. From the police, fire, and
thank you.
Revere veterans
thank
to
you so much. Thank you.
So I have a little appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming here. Now, I'd like to talk to you about, you were born in Casablanca.
Yes, yep.
Now, I don't know if you remember, even before your time, because you've only been here 20 plus years.
Yes.
But before that, there was a movie here called Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart, Claude Rains.
Rick's Cafe, yeah.
Yep, and Conrad Veidt, who played that German officer there, to the Deutsche officer. By the way, did you know any of them?
I've seen them only in movies. So,
but let me ask you, was that movie actually filmed in Casablanca?
I think part of it. I think
Yep.
it was filmed, I've seen it too, black and white, so...
Yeah, well,
it's nice.
that was before your time. Now everything is a Technicolor.
Before, yes.
Yep.
I think so.
I got to tell you, before you came on the show this morning, I didn't feel a little too well, I didn't.
Oh.
So I went to, because I have to go for a checkup. I'm 86 years old. I'm a senior citizen.
Wow. You're looking good.
Well, that's not what the doctors told me. So I said, doctor, I think I'm shrinking a little. I think I'm getting a little smaller. You know what he said to me? He said, be a little patient.
Yes.
I said, okay. So I'm going to try to be a little patient. Sure. Okay. I'd like to talk to you about, and by the way, 20 years ago you became a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
Now, for the people that are not U.S. citizens but that are here legally, and we'd love to have you come here legally, tell us how how you became a citizen, what you had to do so the people that are here legally but are not yet U.S. citizens can learn from you.
Well, I mean, people, they come from other countries. I mean, either they come through...
What do they have to study, by the way?
They can, I mean, there's a lot of things they can do. It depends what country they're coming from. Some countries, either they already have English language at their schools or the high school before they come here.
You mean you learn it overseas?
Yeah, some countries, they do have English as a second language overseas, or they have maybe French language overseas. So it depends where that country, you know. So, but other countries, if they don't have the English language as a second language, so there's a lot of U.S. program once they land here, like ESL, a lot of actually free programs that other communities, I think Revere offer one, Malden offer one, Everett offer one, a lot of ESL programs that for immigrants so they can learn the language if they want to learn it. So there's a lot of free programs. They can just contact their local town hall or city hall and get that information from.
Right. Another thing I would like to talk to you about is when you came from Mexico. Now, years ago, I could go to Canada, for example, travel to Toronto, Montreal, the provinces there. I didn't need a passport. When you came to back and forth, you need a passport now.
Absolutely, yeah. As soon, yeah.
Question. What happens if let's say you went to Mexico, I go to Mexico, and I lose my passport? What do I do?
Well, any U.S. citizen that loses the passport, they can contact the State Department. They can contact the local U.S. embassy or the consulate, depend where they are overseas, and they can start the process there to get, I think, a rush-up passport or some ID or something that they can return back to the state and something that they can prove that they are a U.S. citizen. So.
I lose my passport, I lose my wallet, I lose my ID. I have no ID.
Yes.
I still can go to...
You still can contact the State Department, and they will actually contact the local embassy for you, and they will give you the address or the consulate, and then you can go through the process. I wish nobody will be in that situation, but if those things happen, so
it happens.
Contact, yeah.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So we talked about passport law. Oh, 20 years. Also, this we got to talk about, but I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
You went to BU.
Yes.
You got a degree as a Master of Criminal Justice?
I have actually a bachelor's and a master's degree of criminal justice from Boston University.
Tell us about the criminal justice.
I love the public service, and that's the reason why I chose the field. I have also other certificates like law enforcement, crime scene investigations, and legal studies. So I have extensive background in terms of my education on criminal justice degree. So I like the field.
Right. Did you ever think about going in like police work or some of the...
Actually, I'm applying as we speak to different agencies, different government agencies, because I love to serve this country. As I was educated here.
Glad to have you here,
yeah,
Alex.
Thank you, and I get so much education here in this country, and I would love to serve. So that's the reason why I'm promoting this Heroes program and love to help other vets that they come in from other, war or other countries, integrated back to their communities. So love them to contact me and help them out start this program.
How long have you lived in Revere?
I moved to Revere back in 2001.
So we're talking 13 years plus.
Yeah, I'm a resident here in Revere, yeah.
Right. Now, I come from a big city, Brooklyn, well, New York, but a borough of Brooklyn. I also needed a passport to come out of there.
Oh, wow.
Okay, because we speak a completely different language of
different
Brooklyn.
Dialect. Different dialect, actually, not a language.
Different dialect, correct.
Yeah.
But tell me, how many dialects are there in Morocco, where you come from?
Morocco, the primary language is Moroccan Arabic, which is mixed with the French language because Morocco was a French colony.
Oh, and how long was it under the French rule?
Colony until 1961. Yeah.
So France, even Algeria was once part of.
Absolutely, yes. Yep.
Tunisia also part of.
Tunisia also. It's all North Africa.
So all North Africa at one time was under French rule.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
What about Spain? Wasn't Morocco at one time under Spanish rule, the Moors?
No, actually, some part of North Morocco, I think Ceuta and Melilla, which is right on the top, that's under the Spanish monarchy. So,
someone mentioned to me something that I didn't know about, but maybe you can correct me if you know about it. Egypt is in Africa, but part of Egypt is also in Asia.
Yeah, I would say more towards the Asia.
But it's still up.
Yeah.
But it's part of like.
I think it's a little too far on the Asian side than Africa. The North African countries, which is the top, Morocco, Algeria,
so
Tunisia, Libya.
Libya, right.
Or North Africa.
Those are all North Africans.
All North Africa right on top.
Now let me ask you, the countries like South Africa.
Yes, yeah.
What languages? They speak English, I believe.
They do speak English. I believe also because the English, they were there, so that's the reason
okay.
why,
So in other words, they speak the language of the occupiers.
Exactly. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about Columbus Day. We talked about you also have a coach worldwide, president of Casablanca.
Yeah.
Well, that I got to tell you, before you start, I may need your service after this program is over. I may really need it.
Sure. Anytime.
Okay, tell us about that.
Also founded back in 1998, Casablanca Coach Worldwide, which is a worldwide chauffeur transportation, and also offering protective services to VIPs, government officials, whenever they need travel. So offer multi-services and everything actually on our website, casablancacoach.com.
Right. Those coaches, I mean, the ones, they protect, bulletproof. Let me put... Yep.
We offer some vehicles that are based on the need of the client, so based on requests. So we offer bulletproof vehicles to certain cities and countries.
Right. So in other words, a dignitary that comes in, let's say, to Logan Airport, from anywhere in the world, and he has to go to Mayor's General, and he's like a president or a sheik or high class, he uses one of your vehicles?
Absolutely. Usually we coordinate this with the State Department. So usually those dignitaries, they come in and you always get contact from their government. They contact the U.S. government, and usually we work together with the officials, so they can escort them actually from the immigration, so it will have easy process to come in from Logan Airport, and our vehicles will be there working with the State Departments and the State Police also.
Oh, let's say a dignitary from, let's say, the Queen of England is coming to America. She lands and she has your services that she needs.
Yes.
Who guards her here? The State Police or the State Department or the FBI? Or
usually the State Department, they will do the initial process. They will go make it easier for them through the Logan Airport because usually these officials, they come in with their own securities from their own.
So they don't have to go through all the red tape?
Exactly. So because they have also their own police. They come in from there, so they usually get an easy process with the State Department. Welcoming them to the States, and that's how it is.
I have a relative of mine. He works for the State Department.
Yes.
But he worked in out in the Middle East somewhere. I don't want to mention the country, but he was with the State Department over there.
Yep. It's an easy process. We've done that many times throughout the years, and it was great. So it's an easy process with our company.
Right. I want to take it back to your youth.
Yes.
Because you've been in America 20 years.
Yeah.
You're 39, so you are 38?
Yes, 39.
39? Well, I was pretty close. So, 19. From 1 to 19, you grew up in Morocco.
Yes, so we spent half of my age here.
Right. So half and half, roughly.
Half and half, so we're equal now.
Right. But now, what I'm curious about the educational system in Morocco is how it compares to the educational system right here in America.
I would say it's just as compatible. Morocco.
How many years do you go to elementary school in Morocco? Let's say before you go to high school.
I think very similar. Very
8 years?
Yeah, very similar. The high school age, very similar to the
Do they
US.
have kindergarten there too?
Yes, they do. I mean, very similar. Just the language.
Just the language is different, but otherwise the same.
But as comparable, the education system is great there. I mean, there are a lot of smart Moroccans. They're engineers. A lot of smart Moroccans. They're like teachers here. They're professors of math, professors of physics, professors of chemistry, and so there's a lot of smart people coming to this country, and they have good professions here in the U.S. So.
In the United States?
Yes, absolutely. So I congratulate them, the community.
See, these are the kind of people we should welcome to America. Yes. The ones that give us, the Americans, an education, which is good because we learn from others and they learn from us.
Yeah, well, as you know, the U.S. is a multi-part, so everyone actually...
Well, I'm a first-generation American. I got to tell you,
exactly.
My mother came from Russia, my father came from Germany.
Yeah.
So I was a first generation.
Yes, yes.
Right.
So.
But none of us, there isn't an American alive today whose parents have not come from overseas.
Yes.
You know, they may have been coming here with the Pilgrims, or they may have been coming here later, but they come from another country.
Yes. So it's like I said, it's a multi-part. I mean, the U.S. That's how it formed. That's why it's great generation because everyone comes from somewhere, and they have their grandkids here, and then everybody will say, "I'm American now." So.
Right. I wish people would say, instead of saying I'm an Italian-American, African-American, I'm an American of African descent, or an American of Italian, because we are all Americans first, and ethnic second.
Absolutely.
That's why we came here, to be Americans.
Absolutely.
That's why my mother loved this country. Couldn't speak good English, like me. You know, I don't speak the best of English either, but she loved this country. I mean, you know, they say people that come off the planes, they bow down, they kiss the earth. Because this is the best earth in the whole world right here. It's free earth.
Yeah, the land of freedom.
Right. I mean, you could say anything you want in this country.
Exactly. So it's great.
See, when I was overseas, I spoke to a Russian soldier. At that time, Stalin was in charge.
Oh, Stalin,
Yeah. I said in America, I could say the president like President Roosevelt at that time. I says, I don't like President Roosevelt.
Freedom of speech. So.
Freedom of speech. You know what the Russians said to me? I could say I don't like President Roosevelt too. Nobody will bother me. But he couldn't say I don't like Stalin because he'd be put in the gulag.
Yeah, exactly. So,
that's what it was like when I was there. So let me see. We've talked about... Protective Services, Salem. Tell us about, you know, you're married? You got 2 kids?
Yeah, two kids, married, and 2 boys, like I said.
Your wife's name?
Sophia. So.
Oh, talking about Sophia, we got a beautiful woman right here in the city of Revere who works for the mayor's office.
I know her,
And as you walk in that office, you take a left and a sharp right, the whole place lights up because Sophia is sitting right there.
She's a nice lady,
You look across the hall, you see Joyce, the whole place lights up too.
I know both ladies are great,
But there's 2 people I have to give credit to that you don't see when you walk in there. As you walk into that little office,
on the right side.
On the left side, as you're facing Sophia, go down the stairs.
On the side,
you got Miles Kennedy there.
Yeah, Miles Kennedy there. I know him,
terrific gentleman. Does an excellent job for Mayor Rizzo.
Yes.
And you got a lovely, beautiful woman down further, Debbie West.
Yes, and there is another lady actually for information desk, I think, right when you walk in also.
Oh, yes.
Right, so we give her credit. So,
so you know, we actually City Hall, I like to consider them the family of Revere. Like they're that head family, and we're all their sons and daughters of that organization. That's good. I'd like to spend a minute or two. You know, we're talking about a casino coming to Revere. We shouldn't even be talking about it. We should have had it already. How do you feel? You live in Revere. How would you like a casino in here?
I think it
would benefit your organization.
The business, yes, it may benefit the business, and it may benefit a lot of small businesses, a lot of mom and pop shops. You know, so will benefit greatly the business. So I just don't know how. I mean, about the process.
Let me tell you, the way I feel, Alex.
Yes.
The more people you come in, the more people you need to service them. The more people you need to service them, that's more jobs. And that's the name of the game. J-O-B is jobs.
I mean, I'll hope it will get the Revere residents a priority, to get jobs, and also the vets, if they can integrate also and get some jobs from the venue. So.
Right, and I hope the Gaming Commission is listening, and they are listening. I'm not asking you. I think by doing the right thing, you would be bringing the casino without hesitation to Revere. We've already got 850 jobs. We can add a couple of more thousand jobs, not only to the people on Broadway or Squire Road, but everybody in Revere would benefit by it. The people coming in here would benefit by it because they would be having the best restaurants. We got one across the street from City Hall. Absolutely, we got another one right down here on Winthrop Avenue and Broadway.
There's a lot of businesses coming up.
We have Italian restaurants, Spanish restaurants.
And I see a few hotels now getting built around the city. So there's a new hotel getting built right now on McLennan Highway.
So we're going to benefit. We got about 2.5 minutes left. Take a minute and a half to use it.
I just want to thank you, and thank you thanks to the Revere TV for having me here as a host. And I'm glad that we did this show, and I am a resident of Revere, and I support this community and the surrounding communities, and I would love to help the vets and the Heroes program, and they can again contact me through you, so they can get all my information through you.
Right. Or if they want to get a hold of you, they can call contact RevereTV.org and ask for Alexander Rhalimi. And tell them how you spell your last name, Alexander.
Alexander Rhalimi. That's R-H-A-L-I-M-I. The H doesn't sound, so Rhalimi.
Right. So if you want to sound...
Thank you.
He told you. Alex,
thank you.
Let me say God bless you.
Thank you.
As we say in your language, salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Thank you.
God bless you. Take care of you. Thank you for coming on Revere TV.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming all the way from Morocco to be here.
Thank you very much.
I mean, that's quite a trip. I got to be honest with you.
Thank you.
And to the people of Revere, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Until we meet again, to all our troops overseas, thank you for serving our great country, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you for listening, and I hope you tune in to the next show if we have another great gentleman like Alex here. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.